All right. All right. Okay, so hello, Tiffy. Hello. Wow. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good wherever, however, whenever you are in God's big blue world. Right? So welcome to our first session. Hopefully this will be a start of a journey that brings something good out of it, at least. I sincerely hope that bare minimum, you don't have bare minimum. Okay, again, one out of three of my students are profitable. I sincerely hope that all of you, bare minimum, get to exit classes when all these classes end with at least something new, at least something to help you at the very, very least. Okay. So again, I have never promised any of you that you'll be able to get 1 million or 100,000 or 10,000 even or funded. Even I don't want to make those kind of promises, because those kind of promises are the promises that you have to make to yourself. Okay, I cannot make those promises for you. You have to make those promises to yourself, because if I promise you that you can be funded with all the knowledge that I've given you, but then you don't choose to go that route, then you'll never be funded. Okay, and as of now, by the time classes end, the minimum win rate you shall have is at least 65 to 70%. Minimum. Okay, that is the minimum win rate that you should have. Okay, if and the rest, if you want to fill up that gap of 25% or 40%, right? You should be able to have that. The only way to fill that gap is experience. Okay, this is the highest a technique can give you. Okay, that is the highest a technique can give you. The rest, you're going to have to use experience in order to fill that gap. Okay, right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with our first session. So we're gonna have like around 5 sessions. Okay, number one is our intro. Number two is uh our I wouldn't call it advanced SNR. It's called CC and EQ. Number three, trend lines. Number four, double confirmation, quality lah, quality and double confirmation. Number five, secrets. Okay, secrets. And so the thing is, all of these four will be recorded. Okay, and number five will not be recorded. Okay, because again, despite me having an NDA for all of you, there is still a chance that things will get leaked. And do you want people online to have access to the information you paid 400 GBP for? You don't want that, right? And so that is my safe wall. And so in session 5, I will be explaining the concepts very, very, very slowly, so even a dumb fuck would understand. Okay, and so yes, okay, and so by the time if anything gets leaked, at least we have this firewall. At least they'll only be able to get around 60%, 60% of our knowledge. Okay, so I don't want anyone to be able to leak that. So we have two firewalls. We have the NDA and we have the non-recording. And I will be sure to install software to make sure that no one that can detect anyone recording. So that's the thing. Okay, right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our intro session. So, first and foremost, right? Again, we're going to go to the psychology bullshit part of trading. Okay, so again, I think it's very important for everyone to understand that trading is, I think, 30% technique and 70% how you use the technique. Okay, and this is what people call psychology, I guess. But then it's really important how you use the thing, how you think about it. Okay, because I think 30% is just technique, and if you understand the technique doesn't mean you know how to trade. Okay, that's the difference, right? And so you must understand the phases of trading. You must properly understand the technique. You can't just plug and play. Okay, same goes to colors. Like you can't just understand the color green. You must understand blue and yellow, and then you'll be able to get green. Okay, and different shades of green as well, that kind of thing. Okay, right. So first of all, I think everyone has gone through this called the shit phase. What is the shit phase? The shit phase was the phases of trading. Okay, and remember, in my groups, I don't want you talking about ICT, SMC, or any of those kind of things. Okay, I will. If I hear those kind of things, right, I'm going to correct you. Okay, I'm going to say, okay, I respect every single style that is out there. I respect that most of you come from SMC and ICT backgrounds. Okay, but please don't mention the terminologies in my group because I'd like you to focus only on the things I've thought. Okay, please. All right. Okay, so the shit phase. The shit phase is you thinking that you don't need a mentor. Okay, is thinking that you don't need a mentor. I think that's the worst thing, the worst mindset you can ever have. Because me myself, I've had around like, I don't know, bro. I think I've had like 7 mentors. So many. I paid so many people to teach me, and whatever I have today is basically a mix of literally everything plus my own originality. That's all. Okay, and then so you rely on things like in the shit phase, you rely on things like YouTube, Telegram, those kind of things, and that sucks, because you don't have enough resources for you to actually become profitable. Okay, and then finally, when you realize, oh shit, I think I'm in a downward spiral, it's about time for me to find a mentor, right? And then you go into the phase 2, you go into learning, the learning phase, right? And so in the learning phase, you start learning from a mentor. And in this case, it's me. Okay. In this case, it's me. You are in my learning phase. You are in a phase where you are learning with me. And fuck yeah, man, let's go. I'm very, very happy to teach. I love teaching. Right. And number 3 is the experience phase. The experience phase is after the learning phase, after you finish learning with me, and then now it's time for you to learn from the market. Okay, you're learning from the market now. You're not learning from me anymore. You're learning from the market. Okay, and last but not least is mastery. And mastery is what everyone wants to achieve at the end of the day. It's when your win rate is higher than 60%. Higher than 60%. And that to me is you're already the master at trading. You're already in the top 1%. It's very, very easy to be in the top 1% of traders, right? It is very, very easy. But 0.1%, that is very hard. That is very, very hard. Okay. But then now 1% is very, very easy because most people out there, all those gurus and mentors and sifus out there, a lot of them, most of them have like only like a 40% win rate, even 35 sometimes. But they use like RRs to make sure it compensates for that. But yeah, man, that's the thing. That's the thing. Once you get to above 60%, you're a master at this already. Okay. And so when do you get rich? Okay, in the learning phase, as far as when I'm doing classes, I don't want you to use a live account. No live accounts. No live accounts are allowed while you are learning with me because you are still piecing together information. You still are learning. You are learning. Okay, why must you ride a fucking BMX bike on a mountain when you are still learning how to ride a bicycle? Are you crazy? Okay, don't do that to yourself. Okay, and then once you are in the experience phase, right? Once you are in the experience phase, finally you can use a small live account. This in the experience phase, your job is to just increase your win rate. Increase your win rate. Okay. So once you're able to increase your win rate in the experience phase, you should be able to slowly progress through to mastery. And once you're in mastery, you'll know. You'll definitely know. You're like, okay, I think I'm good enough for a funded account. Okay, and then when you're in mastery, do whatever you want. You want to flip accounts, or you want to go for a funded account, or you want to start, I don't know, doing whatever really. Because once you are a master at this, you can grow any account to any size. It's just a matter of time. Okay, any account to any size, 1,000 to 1,000,000, 1,000 to 10 million, even anything you want. Well, you can't do 10,000 to 10 million lah, because it's impossible to do, because you're going to need a very, 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 very good broker for that. Because even if you withdraw around 100K, right, it's going to give you like two advances. Okay, 50K today and 50K next 2 weeks. That's how it goes. you know, because brokers can't really pay that much. So that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Okay, so right. So now that the psychology part of the intro session's done, okay, I like to remind you that I love people talking to me. Okay, I love people that you know are responsive. Okay, so like if I need you to like fire up the chats, you know, please fire up the chats. You know, talk in the chats, communicate with me. I love communication. All right. Because it makes me feel like I'm not talking to a wall. I love not talking to a wall. Right. So, basic levels. Right. So before anything, okay, again, my style is more SNR based, but it's not the SNR that you will ever find on anywhere in the world. Never. You'll never find this anywhere in the world. Only here. Because that's why I trade differently than other people. Because I don't know, no one look, look for yourself. Right. So we have 4 basic levels. Only 4. Okay? Only 4. Right? So take your notebooks, bring out your notebooks, bring out your pencils, your pens, your iPads, everything. Okay? Write this down, jot this down. Okay? Cool. But
Gee, sorry to
there are
cut
2
you.
ways.
Can we take
Sorry?
screenshots of the material? Is that
Of course
allowed?
you can. Of course you can. Of course
Okay,
you can.
thanks.
Okay, no
All right.
problem. Right. So okay, so there are two types of way for you if you want to learn. Number one is taking notes. Number two is just not taking notes, but focusing 100,000%. Okay, and then when you watch the recording, you can learn again. Okay, when you watch the recording, you can like, okay, so now it's about time for me to bring out write my notes. Okay, so in my opinion, this is always better lah. Okay, but there are times where you must take notes. There are really times that, because there's going to be like a short question and answer session, you know, those kind of things, you know. Right, so the basic levels. Number one, okay, I think everyone has watched my league videos at this point. I'm basically like a Forex porn star already at this point, because my league videos from OnlyFans is already everywhere, you know. Right, so number one, we have classic. Okay, the classic setup. Okay, the classic setup, I think everyone knows what the classic setup is. So I think I don't have to explain that green is a bullish candle and red is a bearish candle. If you don't know that, right? If you don't know the terminologies, please tell me. Please tell me, because I'm gonna have to refund you, because it's not worth your time. Isn't worth your time being here, because you won't be able to learn anything. Okay, because yeah, please. Okay, so this is it's normal things, bullish, bearish, OHLC, the shadows of the candle, the wicks of the candle, those basic stuff. Okay, right. So how does the classic look like? A classic looks like this. I've been explaining classic setups since 2022. It's been a very long ride. Very, very long ride. Right. Yeah. Here. Boom. Right. So this is a cell setup. Okay. And what is this? What is this? This is a miss. Okay. A miss. Right. So what is a miss? What is a miss? A miss means a shadow that failed to touch a level. A shadow that failed to touch a level. Okay. And so this is a shadow that failed to touch a level. So it doesn't matter if it's green or red. Okay, it could look like this as well. Okay. Remember, do not overcomplicate it. Do not overcomplicate it. Okay, it is not hard. Okay, again, this is the same thing. Okay, so when this happens, basically there's a space. Okay, basically there's a space here that allows it to breathe more or less. Okay, so this is your miss. Okay, that is the mace. All right. And yeah, that is a classic setup. So it differentiates from a lot of like AV or like regular SNRs because it has a miss. Okay, and if you look properly, this thing is everywhere. Everywhere, I'm telling you. See? Look. Boom. Boom. That worked. Well, this worked. Okay. This worked. See? Pushed it downwards. Yes, a bit of a breakup, but no worries. No problem. See, this worked. And remember, you already seen fucking, I don't know, 5 setups that worked already, and you only have like 1% of the knowledge. Okay. So please understand how fucking powerful all of this can be if you genuinely know how to use it. Number 1, that's a classic. Number 2, a breakout. So a good breakout has 2 characteristics. Okay. Number 1, there's a miss before. Number 2, miss after. Number 3, clean breakout. Okay. So when you look here, it looks like this. La 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 la. When the world is running out of time, I won't count the hours. Rather be a coward. All right, so look here. So this is your miss before. This is your miss after. Okay, miss before, and this is your miss after. Okay, and this is a clean breakout. Okay, and where can you find this? Where can you find this? Come, let's see. They don't appear that often. They do not appear. Lately, they haven't been appearing. Okay, lately they haven't been appearing that much. But let me find an M15 setup. Come, let's see. Haha. No, no, no. Where are they? Mm, mm, this one isn't good. This one is a classic setup. And then from here, this one is a breakout setup, but it wasn't the breakout I want to show you. There are many breakout setups, so I want to show you this one first. There we go. No, not the one. That was a gap setup. Aha, see? So there's a miss before, miss after, and then after that, a sharp entry. Boom, and then it goes up. Okay? Simple as. Okay? And so if you don't like, if you're confused, like, sir, why is this a breakout setup? Later in the recording, you come back to this area and then you look at the drawing and you look at the level I marked, and you'll be able to see, oh, okay, it's the same, right? So why is it the same? It is because, okay, miss before, clean breakout, miss after, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, bam, smashed it. Right, cool. So next, number 3, we have the HNS. The HNS stands for the head and shoulders pattern, more or less. Okay, the head and shoulders pattern. So the head and shoulders pattern looks like this. Okay, simple as. Okay, um, okay. Price comes here, just entry for your sell or your buy or whatever, you know. Cool. So let's show you an example of this. This is fine. See? Yeah. Break out. Come back here. Retest. Go. Went down. I want to find you more and more examples of this. Because last week, there was a really good M30 setup. Really good M30 setup. Look. This is fine too. See? Push up there. This is fine too. See? Pushed up there. Where's else? I can find some more. Some more. This is cool too. Where else? Where else? This is also cool. All right. So bear in mind, most of the time I mark my levels like this. With a line. Okay. I never really mark it with a box. Okay. But the only reason I mark it with a box is because I am showing you this level, but later during the homework, do not send me levels like this. Okay. As much as possible, send me levels like a box that looks almost like a line. Okay. That's how I like it. Okay. Because it makes it easier for you to understand. Okay. Another HNS. Okay. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. Okay. Last but not least, our fourth basic level is a gap. And what is a gap? A gap is defined as the middle thing between two same colored candles. That is what gaps are. Okay. The middle thing between two same colored candles. That's all. Okay. So what is it? Come. This or whatever. Okay. Right. So people have been asking me, sir, what if it looks like this? Right. Just doesn't matter. Just the middle thing between two same colored candles. Okay. It doesn't really matter. As long as if both are green, that has a middle thing and that has a gap. Okay. And this. So you can use it two ways. You can use it as like this, or you can use it like breaks out and then goes down. Okay. So same thing goes to red candles as well. Okay. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay. Right. So many examples of this. Many examples of this. Let's go back to our current examples. See? Reacted from a gap. This one reacted from a classic. This one reacted from a breakout gap. Oops, not this one. This one. No, this is a HNS. This is HNS. This one reacted from where? This one is from a gap. See? These gaps can also, these are also, in other words, people like to call them hidden resistance levels, I think. There's a terminology for that, if I'm not mistaken. See? Retested there, zero float entry. Those kind of things, you know? And yeah, man. Look. Oh, this one is a breakout setup. See? Because miss before, miss after, clean breakout, those kind of things. Okay? Right. So, your homework is very simple. Okay? I want you to go into the charts. Step 1, homework 1. Homework 1. Find a range. No, sorry. Pick a time frame. Number 2, find a range. Number 3, mark every opportunity. Done. Okay, so let me do the homework for you first. So what time frame do you want me to do? H4, H1, M30, M15, M5, D1, whatever lah. You know what? I'm going to pick it myself. I'm going to do H1. So I don't want you to zoom out like this. I hate that. I hate that so much. I want you to zoom in like this. For example, this is nice, right? So how do you catch all the entries in this area? Okay, so pick a range. So first of all, this is a gap. This is a H&S. And then this is a classic. And then where did it go down? It went down from a gap. And then it went up from a classic. So it makes your eyes well accustomed to price bouncing. Because once you have finished learning with me, you need to be able to train your eyes to make sure your eyes is accustomed to prices bouncing. Okay, it's very, very important, right? So these are my markups for these levels. Okay, so wait, I missed one. See, even I can miss one. Why can't you miss one? Oh no, this one you didn't touch, so I didn't miss one. I was thinking about taking this gap, but it didn't touch. So whatever, I guess. Right. So this is how you do the homework. Okay, but make sure every single bounce, every single opportunity is taken using the 4 levels. And as much as possible, I want you to mark it properly lah. Say over here, this is a gap. This is a H&S. Send it using TradingView if you want. This is a gap. This is a classic. This is a classic. This is a breakout gap. This is a classic. Okay, that kind of thing. Okay, so and write properly lah, if possible, write at TradingView or anything really. It makes it much easier. Okay, so that I know that you understand how each 4 of these levels look. Because in our coming classes, we're just going to focus on these 4 only. Just more advanced types of them, just to understand each one, because each one has its own characteristics. Each one has its own characteristics. And so don't ask me, sir, how can I entry yet? No, we haven't learned how to entry yet. Okay, we haven't learned how to entry yet. We've learned about our basic levels, and we're learning about how exactly to look at the market in my eyes first. Okay, and then afterwards you should be fine. Okay, you should be totally fine. Just send me the homework as soon as possible, because I want to mark it as soon as possible to get my job done. Okay. Right. And yeah, looking forward to seeing your works of art. Okay, and please be very aware of the group. Okay, because I will most probably send good examples and bad examples on the group. Of course, for the good examples, I'm going to tell your name. Like, okay, let's say his name is like, I don't know, Ghazi, good job, Ghazi, I like this. But if your example is bad, I'm gonna send on the group, I'm gonna critique it, but I will not say your name. I will not say your name. Okay, so just in case I see like 5 examples with similar people with the same examples, okay, and then all 5 of them are the almost exact same as the bad example I saw, I'm expecting you to be very proactive, to look at the group and like, okay, I did this wrong, I think I'm gonna have to change that without T telling me to change that. Okay, that kind of thing. Okay, so be proactive. Okay, so whatever I share on the group, good or bad, please make sure to learn from them and perhaps implement in your homework. Okay, all right, so teamwork. Okay, for the next 2.5 months, teamwork. You guys are T3, the dream team. Okay, let's do it. All right, so yeah, goodbye for now, and I'll see you in 2 weeks, perhaps, when you finally understand the levels. No, don't send it on a Telegram group. Please send it to me personally. Okay, send it to me personally so that I can mark you personally, because I don't want to give you good or bad remarks on the group for your friends to see. It's your privacy. Okay, I don't want that for you. Okay, right. So Sildi, yes, what question do you have, Sildi?
Hi, Mr. T. So I wanted to ask for, I view my charts on TradingView,
Yes.
and when I view the H4, I know you haven't talked about it yet, but I just wanted to ask one question. So I have two charts of gold, one from Oanda and one from
Oh, okay.
Forex.com,
Okay.
and there are
I'll
different
tell you.
H4.
I'll tell you about that. The thing is, I've received many questions about it, and I've also had my times where I was like, hey, which one to use? Huh? Should I use Owanda or Sexo or
Yeah,
Forex.com? You know? But
yeah.
then the thing is, at the end of the day, every single chart is the same. Okay, it moves the same, everything is the same. It doesn't matter if the H4 looks different. Just follow whichever chart, because whichever chart is basically okay. So the H4 for each market maker is different, right? But then the difference is only one, is that you have different opportunities. Okay, different opportunities, but still it moves the same, no problem. Anyone is fine, really. Okay.
I understand, because in Forex.com the H4 closes like exactly. It opens on
Correct.
12 o'clock and closes on 4. And in
Correct.
Oanda it closes in 3, you know?
Correct. Correct. And just at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. All charts are basically the same. Just trade what you see. And okay, so let's say today Owanda gives you an opportunity, but tomorrow Forex.com gives you an opportunity. It's
Yeah.
basically, it's not different. It's not different. It just gives you different times of opportunity. That's the difference only. Okay, but the charts are basically the same. No problem at all. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right. No problem, Sylvie. No problem. Okay. And send it personally to me. Okay. If you send it on the group, I will not mark it. I will not mark it. Perhaps I'll even mark you last. Okay. Because the instructions are send it to me personally, please. Okay. So that I have a database of what I can help you improve on. Okay. One screenshot is the best is for you to send me one first. Okay. Send me one first, and then okay, if you're good, and then send me more. No problem. Okay. Because I don't want you to send me like 10 screenshots and all of them are bad. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, T, for your time. Cheers.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, T.
Most welcome. Most welcome.